Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. Running a little bit behind, been kind of a bit under the weather if you can't tell from my voice, but feeling a little better, trying to get this knocked out. This is round two, and I went up against an ally, so we agreed to both set the same thing, so we know exactly what the other person is setting, as long as they tell the truth, and we did. So up top is Grievous with BB-8, a full Supreme Leader Kylo FO team, and then just a Newt team. And then let me show you what's down south. And our boards are identical. We agreed to put Geos and a Padme team. Now, we didn't specify the comps, other than full First Order SLKR, so we could both practice our Jedi counters. So let's go ahead and clear out the bottom. And I already know what's behind there, but you'll get to see it after I uncover it here. It's just going to be a battle of efficiency. And so it's who can clear off, the other guy's board. And we know what's there, but can I do it more efficiently than him? It's just another way to play rather than guessing and wondering what your opponent put down and all that, and having to stress and deep dive their roster and their history. So I'm going after his Padme team with my CLS 3POC team. Works pretty well. You guys have seen me use this a few times now. Still don't know what I'm doing, but it gets the job done. I don't know if having Barris in there is kind of a hindrance. I mean, maybe it is because she heals on the crits and they tend to crit a lot, but they still get all that protection up from all the assists, so it's still going to take a while anyway. They have to get through the protection before I worry about them getting healed. So taking out Anakin was easy enough, and now it's just like, well, who can I take out? What can I do? I keep getting stuck on GK's taunt. The other team's getting a chance to move more often than I'd like. Not a lot to do. I just keep hitting GK, and I guess trying to do as much damage as I can with the AoE from 3POC and the AoE from Chewie whenever it's up, coupled with his Dispel. Seems to help a bit. It just does take time. I'm not sure if this team would lose, or maybe it's better to just throw it on auto after I kill Anakin and see what happens. Because it seems like if you were to take Padme against this CLS squad and it was on defense, it would chew you up relatively quickly. So if the AI knows what it's doing, maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. But right now I'm just trying to see who I can get to, who I can do some damage to, trying to go after Barris when I can, but then I keep getting stuck back on General Kenobi, so not a lot to do. Go with the AoE here, try to do some damage. I almost got Barris down, so I go for a kill shot, and I got it. So now I feel like, okay, I'm making at least some progress. I'm down to 3. Just got to keep going after it, and eventually I'm going to get somebody. Trying to go after Padme, got her into the yellow. I got the big hit from Chewie, and that was enough to KO Padme. And right there, that's when it gets easier. So once she's gone, easy cleanup, and still 60 banners. So that's kind of why I like that team. Now going against Geos. Of course, I'm going to use Nightsisters. I don't know what my opponent used. I didn't ask him. I went and did my attacks first, actually, because I had to do them at night. I was busy all day yesterday. It was my son's birthday, and I knew I wouldn't have any time for this, so I did them all at night. And then when I woke up the next morning, my opponent had gone, and he told me, how his attacks went and everything. But I didn't ask him what he used on everything individually. So you guys have seen this one. It's just Nightsisters against Geos. And as long as you can spread that plague around, that's going to help knock down their group health since they all share it. Try and remove the taunt from the brute whenever you can. And then go after Alpha. That's what I want to try and do, is just get Alpha out of there, because then it becomes pretty easy. So keep going. Try and let one of your sisters die so you can keep calling basics and calling the assist from the grave. And that's going to ramp up Asajj's damage, and it's going to ramp up Daka's health. And that way you don't have to worry about losing Daka to, an unlucky shot from Spy or anything like that. I bring Spirit for this because I like the big hit with the stun that Spirit provides. It's good for getting rid of taunt. It's good for just keeping Alpha in check. I don't want him to use the cleanse to remove all the ability blocks and such. So you can see I've got Spirit dead, but they keep going after Zombie, and that's fine. I like to call Spirit to assist from the grave, trying to see about getting a quick kill, and that'll revive Spirit. And every time it, dies and comes back, that's ramping up my Asajj and Daka. So doing good there. Got my kill. Spirit's back alive. Got everybody in the red. And look, got a dodge, but then it died from plague. So I guess we're good. I only got 53 banners for that one, but good enough to get through to the back. And I told him, I said the same thing, Mon Mothma, and then either resistance or first order leftovers, since everybody seems to place those. So that's what's in back, his Mon Mothma team. And he set 3-Pac with it. Didn't really expect that. Don't know if it's going to add anything to the team, but we're going to find out. So here's my bounty hunters against his Mon Mothma with 3-Pac in it. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe not. Haven't done it before, but I'm trying to go after that contract fast and get the contract off, and I do. And once you have that, you're in really good shape. It seems like you can keep up with this team a lot better. And it's an easier team when they don't have, Kara in there with the Hoth Rebel Scout or POW. When it's just the leftovers like what I have, that we had to relic up Wedge and Biggs and Lando and, all the leftover ones. When you see a team like that, it's so much easier to take out. So it's not an issue. I just got Wedge and Biggs left to deal with. So just trying to get my mass assists in and do as much damage as I can while staying healthy so I can get max banners. So I should be okay. Just got to clean up Wedge, and then we'll call it good. So it's Django's turn. He does the job, and there we go. 60 banners. Now we're going to leave that last team on the bottom for now and just go up top, start knocking these guys out since he's got that Kylo team. And I want to practice my Jedi. I saved Jedi Master Luke, and I'm trying to see what's the lowest team that I can use. I'm not quite there yet. Like this one, you can see I still have JKR and JKL in there because, I have them available. It would be dumb not to use them. So I've got Jedi Master Luke lead, and I'm working in Arena, practicing, trying to see if I can sub out some of those to where I can do like leftover Jedi. That would be awesome if I could use like Ayla and Ezra and stuff like that you're not getting much use out of anyway to take down a Kylo with decent banners. But I think this team right here can do it with full banners. So I really want to practice that for things like TW, where we might use that as a counter or something. Jedi Master Luke has a lot of utility on offense. He can take out almost anything. And I've been kind of messing around with him, trying to see how fast I can get his ultimate off by passing around the Jedi lessons. So that's all I'm trying to do, is just get some practice in with him and see what I can do. And I didn't get his ultimate in time for week 4 lock, but I do have it now, so I've been practicing with that quite a bit. So was able to get through that for 59 banners, not bad. And now I just have to gas this new Dooku team over here. He's got Nest on there and Watt, and I guess that could create a problem maybe, if you're using something like Geos, where Watt might be able to bring Dooku back if you take him out. But I have gas left, so might as well go ahead and use them here. Then I don't have to worry about the revives from Nuke getting an extra life or from Watt bringing anybody back. I don't have to worry about Nest because obviously they pack a punch. I've got plenty of damage on this team, and you can see I'm ripping through the enemy side pretty well. Trying to just go for a decent banners, if I can get it. Droideka took a shot. Thankfully, it was that gas right there. Just makes him sit down, so he loses protection. But other than that, I mean, he's doing okay. Trying to just get Droidic out before he causes any more issues. And then we'll be in good shape. So, working on him. Maybe I could have thrown it on auto there, but I got Rex's big hit. So that was good enough. And I was still able to come out with 59 banners from that. Now I can go back down south and take out that JTR team. And I still have my, my Darth Revan team. So since I have it, I mean, might as well use it. So it's going to be no trouble taking out this JTR, even though he does have the bros in there and it makes it a bit tougher. I can still take it out fairly easily with this. Yeah, you can see that it's no trouble at all. Everybody's just going down. That's it. I mean, it's DR, so obviously they're not going to struggle. Sorry I couldn't come up with a more interesting counter for you guys and say, oh, if you do this, this will get through. No, it's definitely not a bare minimum counter. Let's go ahead and take out that Grievous squad, and that's going to be the last ground squad, and then we're on to his ships. So, see, I still had Rey. Normally I put more GLs on defense and stuff, but in this match, I was like, why struggle and wonder and guess? So we made a gentleman's agreement to both put down the same thing, and that way we knew what each other had. So it's not the same as Kylo. Obviously, Kylo can solo a Grievous team for decent banners. Rey, I don't think I wanted to try that with Rey. She just doesn't have the same kind of punch that he does, and it just doesn't work the same. So I put Watt in there and gave her that med pack. That way she gets health back and a little bit of protection, and she gets a lot of health anyway. I mean, I have her modded for a decent amount of health, so she's going to be healing up pretty well. She's got the ultimate there, able to take out a few with one punch. Now I just got to get rid of the stacks on B1 and Grievous left. I'm not really sure when she's solo if I should Lifeblood to get the extra protection. Is it worth the trade-off in health? Maybe, since I do have that tech that's going to help heal her anyway. Might be worth it. But in this case, most of the time I'm just doing damage, trying to take stacks off. There went B1. Now it's just Grievous left to deal with. Trying to get him down. Shouldn't need to go into another ultimate. That should do it right there with just a basic. And 59 banners, so not quite the 63 that Kylo gets, but good enough. Now we're doing the ships, and we did agree to not be stupid and put down Negotiator and Malevolence. Not going to do a dick move how some people do. Try to be a fleet hero. So we just said, let's put down Finalizer and Radis. And again, no specification on the comps. So you can see that he threw Houndstooth in to make it a little bit harder. But it wasn't too bad. I used Negotiator against his Radis there. You can see that I got 61 with that. Fleets are so boring. I know you guys are like, oh, you never show your fleet battles. It's because they suck. Like, I'm always going to save Negotiator and Malevolence. I'm not going to be like, oh, I came up with a Mace fleet that does da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm going to use what I know works. I can't stand fleet. So I use my Negotiator 61, and I use my Malevolence against his other, and got 61 on that. So 61 across the board on both of those fleets. So that finishes up my battles. That's the best I could do. I got 21-15, which isn't too bad, but it is a weaker board than I usually set, I think. And my opponent hadn't gone, but I went to sleep. I had to do it all in one go at night. And then I went to sleep, woke up, and I was able to check out the board the next morning. And my opponent had gone, and he said that his Jedi counter failed. And so that was the only battle that he dropped. He dropped a battle, and as soon as you drop one battle, of course, in an efficiency match, that's game over. So he did drop one battle. Other than that, he one-shot everything else, and you can see that he got 2095. So it's interesting that, you know, he could have tied or perhaps beaten me had he not dropped that one battle. But that was it. I got the victory, and that will propel me into the finals. It doesn't really matter because as soon as I set my defense, I will hit Kyber, so it's a freebie match. You know, doesn't really matter. So we'll see you guys in the next round and see how that goes. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.